Hello, sacred souls. It's Susanna from Alamanic Shaman. What I have here for us tonight is a pine cone with a rope tied around to represent the toxic male control, like the male body part, and the rope, like the control, the abuse of power, and keeping people caught kind of like in jail, and also violence. This piece of wood kind of made me think of, back in the day when violence was a normal way of life for people. And let's say that kind of looks a little bit like a ripped out leg of, let's say, an animal or something, right? So just really sort of raw violence. Okay, let's call in our spirit guides and get this started. Dear Creator, higher power, source, and soul energy, our higher selves, our higher spirit guides of the light, and great spirit of the fire, which we have here. Please help us heal from all the toxic male control of our lives, of this world, of our planet, Mother Earth, and help us all males and females, like everyone who is living on this planet has lived under toxic male control. And by that I mean, for example, when I think of, let's say, okay, for example, my dad grew up without his father around. My dad was a child during World War II, right? So he was raised by a single mom who was raising 3 boys by herself in a survival job, and she raised the boys with daily beatings. And on top of that, like, there were bombs dropping all around him, right? So there was no safety. He didn't feel safe as a child growing up. So that damaged him enough to then later on have some emotionally toxic patterns, right? So he then turned into a somewhat toxic male. I mean, he still, of course, loved his children and whatnot, right? But there was a certain amount of damage done because of how the world was set up, right? And that affects all males and all females, and it forces them into roles and into behaviors that are very toxic, violent, destructive, and lack love, right? And of course, I mean, when you think about women who have been suppressed for millennia, suffering in lives that, like, in which people didn't have control of their lives, where they were controlled, and they had no freedom, and the only way for them to have anything go their way was through manipulation, which is also toxic, extremely toxic. And that in turn then kind of really messed up the men in their lives as well, right? Which then created more toxic males and so on. So it was this whole vicious cycle, right? That basically men and women need to heal from. So it's like there's toxic male and toxic female. Like, the toxic female is more the manipulative stuff, and the toxic male is more the control, power and control, right? So anyway, sorry, I'm starting to just blab on. So let's get back to this. So I'm going to call the spirits in again because somehow I got off track here. Dear Creator, higher power, source, and soul energy, our higher selves, our higher spirit guides of the light, and great spirit of the fire, Please help us all heal from toxic male control and violence and any and all abuse, trauma, PTSD, any emotional suffering, hurt, pain, and suffering that went along with that. By putting this in the fire, please transmute it, heal it, and let all this toxic stuff be transmuted into love and light. Return to source energy, and let all of us be flooded with massive amounts of healing light, unconditional love, blessings, and protections from source energy, the creator, higher power, source energy, whatever you want to call it, whatever you feel comfortable with. And let us be very, very strongly, let us feel very, very strongly secure within ourselves. Let our inner children be healed as well. And transmute the toxic male energy into healthy, divine male energy. Okay, so let all of us be flooded with healed, divine male energy, masculine energy. And again, like we all have male and female energies in us, right? So, and so it is. All my relations, all our relations, and I'm also sending all of you lots of blessings, lots of love and light, and be well until next time. Thank you for watching. Bye.